Since Cobra Kai has ended, there has been a debate whether or not Robby got the ending he deserved in the last few episodes. And I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. This is because Robby was injured in the Saikai and Miguel ended up taking his place, becoming the captain and winning the world championship, where Robby goes on to use his publicity to continue his karate career with Tori.
No mercy! No mercy!
People, especially Robby fans, hate that he didn't get the win in the show, claiming that he deserved it and that it was unfair, and said that it was his turn because Miguel and Hawk both won championships. So the question is, was he actually hoed by the writers, or are people upset because their favorite character didn't get the ending that they wanted? And another question is, did he actually deserve to win in the Saikai? Honestly, being a Robby or Miguel fan is just like being a fan of Goku and Vegeta. One side hates the other and constantly complains about how the writers hold them, and the other side won't concede to the fact that their protagonist could ever lose in a fight. Which is true, because my OG Goku never loses in his fights, and neither does Miguel. These two right here, straight trash. Nah, let me stop playing. But taking a look at Robby's character from season 1 to 6, we see him go through development as he learns the different styles and lessons that come with them. From season 1 to 2, he is firmly in Miyagi-Do, learning not to strike first, but rather focusing on defense and finding balance within himself, with his story ultimately culminating in paralyzing Miguel, almost killing him in the school fight. In season 3, he ends up in juvie for the school fight. While in there, he gets a visit from Kreese, who is trying to slowly recruit him to Cobra Kai, teaching him his first lesson: strike first. So eventually, Robby joins Cobra Kai at the very end of season 3. Season 4, he is at the height of his time at Cobra Kai, taking all the lessons that he has learned from Cobra Kai and even teaching some of his own that he's learned from Miyagi-Do. Here, he truly embodies the mentality of Cobra Kai, striking first, striking hard, and showing no mercy.
Damn! I'm sorry.
But at the end of season 4, he leaves Cobra Kai after seeing the effects it has on himself and the people around him, wanting to be done with all of the hate and anger that has been fueling the toxic relationship between him and his father. Season 5, he starts off not with any dojo, but after squashing the beef with Miguel, they both end up joining Miyagi-Do. But they continue to learn both styles of Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do respectively, trying to find balance in not only himself, but the people around him who he doesn't want to see go down the same path that he went down, that being revenge. Then finally in season 6, he is the captain of the Miyagi-Do team for the Saikai after beating out Miguel, and only becomes Cobra Kai to support his dad in the end. Looking at where he started and seeing where he ends up, you can make the observation that his character, like most characters in the show, follow a core message: finding balance. This is important because while each character has to find balance within themselves, every single character has a style that is their default, matching who they are. Daniel is Miyagi-Do, Johnny is Cobra Kai, Tori is Cobra Kai, Sam is Miyagi-Do, Dimitri is a trash can,
Dimitri and Eli, binary brothers.
Dimitri and Eli, binary brothers.
Dimitri is Miyagi-Do, Hawk is Cobra Kai, etc, etc. And I guess you can say the same for Robby and Miguel. See, Miguel comes off as sweet, kind, caring, a little bit wimpy, soft. He was a nerd who could never win in a fight, kind of like how Johnny started off. But it wasn't until they learned Cobra Kai that they gained the confidence and assertiveness that they needed to be able to take the things that they wanted, where we see flashes of Miguel wanting to strike first, make a move, or do something, but not being able to because he didn't have the confidence or the ability to. They both needed a push, and Cobra Kai gave him that push. But when we first see Robby, he comes off as hot-headed, confident, assertive, cunning, smart. He fits in the mold of what you think a person from Cobra Kai would be. But deep down, he is someone who is caring, he's a kind person, he loves the people around them, and is a deeply trusting person if you earn it. He is even shown not wanting to fight and even running away. But he can go on the attack sometimes, mirroring Daniel, with them both learning Miyagi-Do to not only defend themselves, but also to find balance in their situations. They both show moments of wanting to defend people that they care about, and using Miyagi-Do to be able to do that. This subtle storytelling gives us a different perspective on what we think Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do are supposed to be like. Because on the surface, if you take a look at Robby and Miguel at the beginning of season 1, you will probably have Robby in Cobra Kai and Miguel squarely in Miyagi-Do, with Miguel majorly favoring Daniel and Robby favoring Johnny. I believe this was intentional to give us a better idea of how we see each character in the show. Because while one character can present as maybe a Cobra Kai on the surface, in their core, they can be the exact opposite. Why am I saying this? Well, looking at Robby as a character, he may seem like Cobra Kai on the surface, appearance, but who he is at his core is Miyagi-Do. But Miguel at his core, he is a person who is Cobra Kai. Miguel is characterized as someone wanting to do something, to flip the script, to strike first. But Robby is shown to be more on the defensive, not wanting to throw the first punch and having balance and defense. This is why he didn't get the win in my opinion, and why he shouldn't have. While Robby can be assertive, he can be confident and cunning, and he can go on the attack, he is at his best when he's on the defense, letting his opponents come to him and the life situations that come his way. His entire journey is about finding balance and acceptance. Having him win the Saikai Taikai as Miyagi-Do, while the show is named Cobra Kai, wouldn't make sense narratively or thematically for his character or the show. Him winning as Cobra Kai wouldn't make much sense narratively either, as Robby's character is characterized as Miyagi-Do more than he is Cobra Kai. You can try and say, but he uses both styles. But I can counter to say that if you look at his fights throughout the series, he is at his best when he is defending, maybe excluding the Axel fight, but who cares? Ultimately, Robby's character wasn't set up to be the karate champion, but rather a son repairing the relationship with his father. He started the series off hating his father and used karate to get back at his father. Dang it, I said father so many different times. But it became the thing that brought them together. His story is one of reconciliation and growth, and that fits perfectly for Miyagi-Do, but not Cobra Kai. But with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.